Alright everyone, welcome back to Nack presents Diablo 3 Rise of the Necromancer. We are continuing on, still in the first act, looking to find the Azra Den where the sword shards has fallen. We actually found the den in the last episode, but then I needed to leave, so we will be, we'll finish exploring this area, and then we'll actually go into den and retrieve sword piece. Well, this isn't really my favorite setup of abilities. The way Diablo 3 unlocks abilities as you level up, I try not to mess with them while you're actually leveling. It keeps unlocking abilities at a certain pace. For a certain reason. Maybe once I get past level 70 and start adventure mode and whatever, then I'll find out actual builds that work for me. Back to Death Nova. Release a Nova of tendrils that damages all enemy units and heals you for each enemy hit. Sounds very useful. Devour increases maximum life for each corpse devoured. It's interesting. Not exactly sure how that works based on description. Leech. Enemies that die while cursed will spread the curse to a nearby unaffected target. We're at the... This is the outside end of this area here. So we won't be able to go very far down this road. Yeah, this is locked for now. Alright, just a little bit more. This one area over here. And of course, there's a wood wraith.
Simple folk have made their lives and homes here. They will not survive this disaster unless we aid them.
Yeah, we're working on it, Cormac. Come on.
Kill him!
We must hurry with the ritual. Magda will be here soon. It is turning.
Alright, come on. Let's kill him.
There's the sword piece.
Who are you to take what is mine?
It belongs to another.
Regardless, I have claimed it. I am Magda, and I lead this coven. The shard is mine.
Then you have made an enemy.
Very well. Let the games begin. But you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only the ancients may tread.
She is more devious than she appears.
Okay, sword piece successfully found. Now we need to take it back to Cain. Alright, we'll just use the town portal. Since we already cleared out everything up top.
I recovered a piece of the sword, but members of a coven are pursuing it as well.
Uncle Deckard, they sound like those dark cultists you told me about.
Very good, Leah. You have been paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
Clever Hasta of Wound.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time.
Magic Spirit. Okay, so nothing I can switch to. We have Cormac the Clever Hasta. And nothing else for him.
This will help.
So some stuff I would take if I wasn't sticking with my scythe. And who knew?
They know where the next piece is. Their leader said it fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leah. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leah, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another.
A most unusual sword fragment, isn't it?
Indeed, it feels familiar to me, though the rest is still unclear.
It looks like a weapon for a great warrior.
If that is what I am, then my strength has gone with my memory.
Such things have a way of returning to us in times of need.
Magda's coven is a remnant of an ancient religion called the Triune that worshipped the primevals as gods.
The primevals are gone. Who do they serve now?
The last two evils, Asmodan and Belial, remain. And if either of them are behind this coven, then our troubles are only beginning.
Dun dun dun!
My grandfather used to tell me stories of ancient heroes who performed impossible feats. You remind me of those heroes. Of course, he also told me I looked like a quill fiend. He was a strange man.
Did you know that Leah has traveled a better part of this world? She's even been to Chaldeum. But I bet you've seen things that would shock even her.
I don't know what would have happened to this.
That Templar you brought to town may seem grim to most.
Not only saved Cain, but got our blacksmith back to work. Well done!
What? You're not really thinking of reading my journal, are you?
Yep, totally gonna do
believes
it.
the key to unlocking the stranger's memory is reassembling his sword. I wish I could say this was another of Uncle's crazy theories, but I can't deny that these ominous events are starting to really scare me.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
We will see about that. Alright, so another phylactery that's better than what I currently got. It's weird that York's crown got outclassed so quickly, but
The foul witch waits for you to unseal the temple of the ancients, that she may strike. Her master would sacrifice anything to control the destiny of the stranger. I would tell you to be careful, but you wouldn't listen, would you?
The attacks may be slowing down, but this town is done, and you know it. If we leave together, we might make it to Wardham.
What we'll make is sport for the Khazra. I'll stay here behind the gates, thank you.
Don't tell anyone, but I've got some new items you really should see.
I'll be the judge of that. Oh, you had nothing for me. Definitely wasn't anything I really needed to see.
I don't like what's going on around here.
Such a strange place this world is. You never know what you might find over the next rise, or what the next day might bring. A man who fell from the sky, a king who cannot die. I can tell I will have no dull days traveling with you.
I have... Well, York's crown did. Know if I have anything. Okay, my phylactery has a socket. Okay, so I got... What do I have? Okay, so I have to be ranked 25 before I can put any of the unique gems on. I'm 23, so close, but no cigar. Tier 9's the highest I have. Oh, I was hoping it would count as weapon for the 120 critical. It's 120 critical. I don't care about dexterity that much. I'll just put the diamond on there.
You and I aren't so different. I have great power within me too. The only difference is, I have no control over mine.
Then you must learn to master it.
It's only happened a few times in my life, and only when I was in grave danger. Something rises up from deep within me and, well, I can't really explain it.
After much searching, I have found a promising lead. A family near New Tristram has obtained a valuable relic, and poor fools that they are, they haven't the slightest idea what to do with it. I have some idea of what to do with their daughter, though. And through her, I'll get my prize.
Sound like a great person there, Lyndon.
You there! Please help! They're going to kill my friend! Thieves are going to kill my friend if we don't do something. Help me break these bonds and see for yourself!
Who is this friend of yours?
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
Losing my patience, wench!
My sweet love will save me.
Enough of this. Release Sasha and give her the relic.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you.
Come on!
You won't get away from us this time!
Oh man. Hasn't really been particularly difficult on this difficulty level, just some of the bosses take forever. Animation for this version of Death Nova is interesting.
This isn't over. The rest of the Thieves Guild will find you.
Here's the relic, my love. I hid it like you asked. Father's grown suspicious of us, but that won't matter once we're married. It won't be long, right?
Of course, my dear. Soon we will settle down to a quiet life of tilling the fields and raising children. But first, I have to sell this relic. Alas, I must travel away with my friend here to do so.
What? You mean to accompany me?
Yes, yes! You look like you know a lot about markets. Now, lead the way!
You look like you know a lot about markets.
Wait! The relic is a fake! Gods, I should have known! You seem like you could use a helping hand, and I sure as hell don't want to stay around here.
Please tell me that you're not considering this criminal's proposal.
Ah, there you are.
And you're betrothed?
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
Okay, so time to decide. We want to stick with the Templar or switch him out with the Scoundrel. We will take Scoundrel.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Okay, sign skills. Crippling shot, ranged attack that slows enemies. Scoundrel temporarily vanishes when in danger. Fair enough. Multi-shot. Active, the Scoundrel will shoot multiple bolts at once. Passive, the Scoundrel's special attacks have a chance to fire multiple bolts. And for his final anatomy, increases critical hit chance for you and the Scoundrel. Sounds good to me.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. You must be Alaric the Guardian. Uncle Deckard told me of your eternal watch over this cursed place. I thought it was a myth.
Are you Nephilim?
No. There have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
Yet another myth. You seek entrance to this temple, but only a Nephilim can enter. If you retrieve the keys from the outlying tombs and use them on the gates, we will see who and what you truly are. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The Warrior's Rest and the Crypt of the Ancients. Within them reside the keys to our sacred temple.
After you.
Of course they would be in the festering woods. Do you just want to take a vacation here in the festering woods?
I don't care for these woods. Must we slog through them?
They won't get us.
Repel them, my brothers!
Are these Alaric's people?
No. Their story was quite different.
These flying creatures death with wings.
So here's our first tomb, Warrior's Rest.
Alaric says that our people can survive the coming battle, but I saw the truth in his eyes. Why did he order me to guard the beacon of honor? Those shambling things are slaughtering my people in the forest above, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Selective mode. I don't know what that was. Okay, so siphon blood. Suppress. Enemies are also slowed while you siphon blood from them. Not super exciting. Command Golem. Ice Golem. Command the Golem to launch an icy blast at the target location, freezing enemies and increasing their chance to be critically stuck. So I don't know if that is instead of the normal active where it collapses into corpses, or that's in addition to. Okay, well, increase the duration of your skeletal mage and revive minions by 25%. I don't have either of those skills on right now, so it'll be a waste of time. Yeah, so the slowing is instead of collapsing into corpses. So,
That would suit you.
not super excited about that. It looks cool, but I don't really... I think the flesh golem is better than the ice golem.
Blast the gold out of you!
Alright, come on, can we finally kill some of these guys? The fear status affliction is the worst. Start randomly running away.
Such an open and beautiful city. It thrives on trade and new ideas. There was always something new and exciting to hear or see.
so here's the second one. We'll continue our explorations before we head into that second.
This world can abide you no longer.
Alright. Two-handed sword. Not that I'm gonna use it, but Zweihander.
I spent years exploring places like this with Uncle Deckard. This brings back memories.
There are so many places that we could explore together.
That's not exploration. It's a rescue mission.
When the balance is lost, everything changes.
Yes, it's not like it was.
battle.
We're cut off. They'll be upon us at any moment. Stand firm, brothers, and they will sing of our valor through the ages. The enemy is here for glory!
Skewer the Nephilim curse!
Alright guys.
Stories of this stretch of woods, of a doomed battle fought long ago.
I studied these battles in Kane's books, but seeing them is much worse.
Waypoint back to town. Won't be using it probably. And that's it. All the festering woods explored. Go back down to
would you open an inn?
the second one is.
Everybody needs a quiet, safe place to rest and recover. A way station on their journeys.
The priests of Nack are always welcome in such places.
That's why I want to make one.
That's all of them.
This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Jeff.
Such a relief to roll low night.
Just one of us,
Come on. Bosses are so sponges in this game. It's really frustrating. Level 25. Okay, back over to bone spikes. Frost spikes. Leave behind a frost patch, reducing enemy movement speed. Bone spear. Crystallization. Reduces enemy attack speed and increases your attack speed for each enemy hit. Bone spirit. Launch a bone spirit that will seek enemies. Deals damage on impact. Gain a charge every 15 seconds. Can store up to 3 seconds. Recharge time is reduced for each corpse you consume. Not that I needed the extra essence, but kind of like that animation.
I can get you a better bow if you'd like, Leah.
By stealing it?
Does it matter?
It does to her.
How strange.
Alright. Both beacons acquired. Time to go place them on the pedestals.
The temple is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within. Although they are my brothers, they will seek your death when you enter. Remove the thing that fell into our temple. Every moment it remains, my people grow more restless.
Look at this architecture. This predates the Sin War.
I can teach you more about sin.
Please don't.
Warriors, rise and do battle!
Alright, come on, let's kill this guy.
The world stone has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
This is kind of lame for a most sacred place, you know that, right?
The noble hero fought his way here just to die.
You are again mistaken.
And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
What do you mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
She has every reason to deceive us. Not listen.
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
I'm returning to...
Okay, take the town portal. Back.
The second piece is safe, but I do not know where the last one has fallen.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
That must be Wortham.
Ah, brilliant, dear Leah. Have the ferryman take you there.
I always forget to talk to Cain before that happens, and then you don't get a chance again. I don't know why you can't just talk to him now that he's inside the house. I'm honestly not sure if I've ever heard that dialogue in all the times I've played this game. I always forget.
Why is this
what's about to happen here?
After your sword?
I cannot say, but there is something about them, a darkness, that is known to me.
Strange.
The Coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
You'll need your sword for that.
The living dead? The Skeleton King? The Khazra? I would not have thought it possible. You have given us all hope. My men, the people of this town, we all owe you a debt of gratitude.
I am unaccustomed to such praise, but there is much left for me to do.
Nothing that you can't handle, I'm certain.
I don't know what would have happened.
That Templar you brought to town may seem grim.
I heard the goatmen have come down from the hills.
Let's see. Rampaging Khazra.
When we retrieved the stranger's second sword piece, Magda found us. She's always on our heels. Who is she? She claims to know my mother, but how could that be? Regardless, we must beat her to Wortham in the final piece of the sword.
I really do miss that bard. The way he sang Bartok and Horizon could make a bad man weep and turn his life around.
We're always on about the bar. Tell me, why don't you learn to sing for us instead of complaining all day?
Well, I'm more of a patron of the arts than an artist.
That, and you have a voice like a winged quill.
True.
Alright. Check through the inventory again.
Suits me. Me?
Were you born into the Templar Order?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
And you do not take offense to that?
You speak out of kindness, but you do not understand. When they took me, they saved my life and my immortal soul.
I would hear of your sins if we are to continue fighting together.
I cannot tell you.
There can be no secrets in this alliance, Cormac.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure. May the battles never end.
Reptilian Gothic Shield of Focus. It's a lot of words.
This will aid me.
Where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
Dishonest jobs, I'd expect.
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted. One relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist. It was stolen 2 months past during a deplorable theft from the Merchants Guild Bank. Those apprehended were not in possession of the item. The relic is greatly missed by its rightful owner, who offers a reward for its safe return.
How can you waste so much time pursuing women?
Waste? Time is scarcely better spent.
No. You still lack companionship, even now.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
What happened?
I'd rather talk about the ones I caught and didn't want.
Alright, so we'll stick with Templar. This next mission.
Tell me of your father.
My father was a diplomat. We had a manor in Chaldeum with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the trouble started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
But it was not to be.
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
I've dug up some as the shepherd watches over.
Yeah, I think people would be a lot more concerned with the Necromancer running around.
Wife, don't think I don't see you undressing our fine hero with your treacherous eyes.
I would look at you instead had you a weapon like that.
It's not really fair.
Vile things transpire even as we speak. I see a town in flames, and an old friend paying the ultimate price to reveal the truth.
I already know this.
Oh, do you have the sight as well?
You will say no more, will you?
I was thinking, don't hurt yourself.
Well, the game's kind of meta like that, where he's like,
Try to recruit more soldiers.
I already know this because you as the player have already played the game by the time you... The only way you can get her in Act 1 is to already have played her through everything.
Who's going to attack us?
Hey, come over here. I've got some new things you really need to see.
Thank you.
Anything else? No.
I don't like what's going on around here.
I can see the fires even from here. Where them burns. It is only the truly evil who force the innocents to suffer for a battle they have no part in.
Okay, let's get to socketing. So, take that diamond out now that I can socket some of the legendary gems that I've got. put on. What? Be inserted into jewelry with sockets. Okay. Oh, so these legendary gems can only be inserted into certain items. That sucks. Okay. Jewelry, weapons, jewelry. Awesome. That's exciting.
Things to be doing?
No, Leah, nope. There's nothing more important than combining all of these diamonds. Nothing. This is one way to burn through my gold. And of course now I'm out of money, but... So I've got the 2 tier 10s. I've got the Flawless Royal Diamond. And Flawless Royal Topaz.
Follow you if we just stand around.
Okay, now head to Wortham.
I seek passage to Wortham.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village.
They're destroying the town. Get out while you can!
One of the men retrieved a strange artifact in his nets. It looked like a hilt of an ancient blade, but I know it must be more. The fisherman argued with me, but I convinced him to leave it in the safety of the chapel, a holy place or a holy relic.
They're fighting.
Death to those who defy the power.
We're too late.
Not yet.
The light grows stronger within you.
Alright, let's see what we got. So, go back to 5. Damage taken. Personal army wound damage taken is reduced for each revived minion active. Army of the Dead. Hands raised from the ground and deal damage to enemies. Doesn't sound nearly as exciting as the regular one. Frailty. Crippling curse that instantly kills enemies at low health. Cursed enemies take increased damage from your minions. Okay.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
Fools! You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
There's something coming.
I'm afraid not.
Worthy foe. Glorious.
You saved us. We owe you our lives.
Valiant armor that we got on now.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
There is only one thing I would ask of you. I seek a sword fragment. Have you seen it?
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deckard.
Now someone got here before we did.
Magda.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I will put an end to this.
Back to New Tristram, quickly. Before, I forgot to do this earlier. Zweihander and... I'm wearing Leoric's crown now, so I don't need to put that back in. Alright.
It's your choice, Cain. Either use your Herodric arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
All this pain, this destruction. What is the sword to you?
To me, nothing. To my master, Belial, everything. Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine.
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole. Just as I suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard!
Alright, well, I'm going to log off here for a little bit, grab some lunch. Thanks you all for watching. Make sure to check out Nack's Full Frontal Attack on all social media platforms, as well as the store over on eBay, and make sure to check out the rest of our offerings on the YouTube channel. We've got the Daily Grind, we've got the sports show that Dan's doing right now. I think he posted the first episodes of that last night. So, make sure that you check that stuff out. I will see you back here next time.